Good morning, students. Today is our grammar class, and the topic that is to be discussed today in our class is pronoun and its kinds. I think you have already learned what is pronoun. Today we will learn it elaborately. Okay. First, let us look at what are the topics that we are going to discuss under this pronoun and its kinds chapter. Okay. So, the first topic is what is pronoun. We will again recall what we have learned in our previous classes. Okay. So, what is pronoun? Next topic, kinds of pronoun. Okay, what are the kinds of pronoun? We will learn about that and explanation of some of the kinds of pronoun. Okay, students. So, let us go. What is pronoun? So we all know what is pronoun. I think you are already cleared with the topic that is pronoun. But say, let us go and check it out. That is, pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun in a sentence. Okay, so we already know that what it is a pronoun. A pronoun is a word. It is such a word which is used in place of a noun in a sentence, and it is also called what? Noun replacing word. So let us look at the example. Raju is a boy. He is very intelligent. Okay, so I have used here that Raju is a boy. So here Raju is a what? Noun, yes or no? But in the second sentence I am using here he. So he here is replacing this Raju. We are not using Raju again, but instead of Raju we are using he. So he here is the pronoun. Yes or no? So he is very intelligent. Like he, we have several examples of pronoun. You can see here, I have mentioned it, that he, she, you, they, it, etc. Okay. So students, once again you are clear with what is pronoun. So pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun in a sentence, and it is also called noun replacing word. Okay. So now let us go to another topic, that is kinds of pronouns. There are 10 kinds of pronouns. Okay. So let us check it out. Number 1 is personal pronoun. Number 2, possessive pronoun. 3 is reflexive pronoun. Number 4, emphatic pronoun. Number 5, interrogative pronoun. Number 6, demonstrative pronoun. Number 7, relative pronoun. Number 8, distributive pronoun. Number 9, reciprocal pronoun. And number 10 is indefinite pronoun. Okay, students? So these are the 10 kinds of pronoun. Let us look to the first kind of pronoun, that is what? Personal pronoun. What is personal pronoun? Let us go and check it out. It is called personal pronoun because it refers to three persons. Okay? It is called personal pronoun. Why? Because it refers to three persons. Now, who is this persons? Number 1 is the first person or speaker. Okay? Second person or listener. And last, number 3 is the third person or the person spoken about. So, what is this first person, second person, third person? Let me clear you that the first person is the speaker. That means in this class, now who is the speaker? I am speaking. Yes or no? The person who is speaking is called the speaker. That means I am the first person. Then who is the second person? The second person is listener. Who is listening? You are listening. Yes or no? You are listening. So you are becoming here the listener. I am the speaker. You are the listener. Okay. Third person is, or the third person is the person spoken about like he, she, it, they. That means what? First person is speaker, yes or no? Second person is listener, and the third person is that person. Third person is that person about whom we are speaking, about whom I am speaking, about whom you are listening. Third person is that person. Okay? The third party, the third person. So let us look at the examples of first person or speaker. In the first person or the speaker category, what comes? I, we. That means in the sentence we have to use, if you in the sentence we are showing the first person or the speaker, about the first person or speaker, we have to write I and we. And if it is about the second person or the listener, then it will become who? You, because the listener will be only one person, you, that is you. Yes or no? So it will be you. And the third person or the person about whom we are talking about, okay, we are speaking about, will if you are going to speak about, if you are going to speak, or if you are going to write about that person about whom we are speaking, then we have to use he, she, it, they. Okay. So what is personal pronoun? Personal pronoun refers to three persons. Okay, first person or the speaker, second person or listener, and third person or the person spoken about. Let us look for some examples now. Okay, first person example. I am a student of class 6th. This is one example. What I have told you in the just now in this earlier moment, that is, if we are going to say something, or if you're going to write about first person or the speaker, then we have to use what? I or we. Okay, so I am a student of class 6. Okay, we are going to Agra on excursion. So I hope students you are clear with the first person examples. Now let's look at the second person example. Mr. Bose has called you. So I have already told you that when we are talking about the listener, when we are expressing or writing about the listener, you have to always write what? You. You. Okay. So the second person or the listener, if we have to describe about this thing, then we have to write what? You. So what is the example here? Mr. Bose has called you. You can use my pen. Okay. Now let's look at the third person example. She is your cousin. It is wonderful to go to. So I have just now mentioned you that if you are going to speak about someone, that person becomes what? The third person. And when we are going to express about that person, when we are going to write about that person, then we have to use what? He, she, it, they. I have told you, yes or no? So now I am here using, you can see she is your cousin. So she here is the third person. It is your it is, sorry, there is a mistake. It is very wonderful to go to the hills in the summer. It should be uh, very, okay. By mistakenly I have written it here your. So it is wonderful to go to the hills in summer. Okay, so I think your students, you are clear with first person, second person, and third person. All this comes under what category? That is personal pronoun. Okay, so now let's go with the second kind of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. So what is possessive pronoun? It is used to indicate possession or sense of belongingness. Possessive pronoun, that means it shows what? Possession or sense of belongingness. That means this thing belongs to me. I am the owner of this thing. Okay, so this is possessive pronoun. Instead of noun we use pronoun, yes or no? And now we are learning the kinds of pronoun, that is possessive pronoun. And what is possessive pronoun? It is used to indicate possession or sense of belongingness. That means it belongs to you, it belongs to me. Okay, let us look to the example. This house is mine. So whose house it is? Whose house it is? This house belongs to mine. Okay, this house belongs to mine. So mine here is the possessive pronoun. Okay, next example comes, the chart is yours. That means whose chart it is? It is your chart. Okay, so we have to write that the chart is yours. So yours here is the possessive pronoun. So what is possessive pronoun, students? Possessive pronoun is a what? It is such a pronoun which is used to indicate possession or sense of belongingness. Now, one thing let me clear you that possessive pronoun are often confused with possessive adjective. Okay, like we have possessive pronoun, similarly we also have possessive adjective. So, there is a confusion. Many people sometimes we get confused with what is possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. So, let me clear that there is a slight difference between these two things, that is possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. So, I have written here PP. Can you see PP? This shows possessive pronoun and PA shows possessive adjective. Okay. So, possessive pronoun, it comes after the noun in a sentence. Okay. When we are writing a sentence, we use a noun. Yes or no? But if we are using pronoun, if we are using a possessive pronoun, then it always comes after the noun. Okay. But possessive adjective comes before noun. Okay. Possessive adjective come when? Before noun and qualifies it. That means it shows the nature of the noun. So, let us look at the example, then we will be more clear about the difference. Okay. This house is mine. That means we are using here possessive pronoun. This house is mine. So, what is possessive pronoun? As I have told you the difference, that possessive pronoun comes after the noun in a sentence. Yes or no? So, this is the noun here and the possessive pronoun we are using, that means this is coming after this noun. Yes or no? So, it is the possessive pronoun, that means mine is the possessive pronoun. And now let us look at the example of possessive adjective. Possessive adjective comes before noun, it is said, before noun. Always remember the difference. Okay. PP comes after the noun and PA comes before noun and qualifies it. So, this is my house. So, my here is the possessive pronoun, sorry, possessive adjective, and it comes where? Before the house noun. That means whose house it is? This is my house. That means you are the owner. Okay, it is under you. This house is under you. This is my house. So, this is the common difference between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective, that possessive pronoun comes after the noun in a sentence and possessive adjective comes before the noun in a sentence. Okay. Now, let us go to another kind of pronoun, that is reflexive pronoun. Okay. So, what is reflexive pronoun now? Reflexive pronoun is used to reflect the actions done by the subject upon it. That means what? It is used to reflect the actions done by the subject upon it. That means a subject, when we are writing a sentence, then a subject is doing some actions upon itself, upon himself, upon herself. Okay. So, that action is again reflected with the help of what? Reflexive pronoun. A reflexive pronoun is used in a sentence to reflect, to show the action that is done by the subject to himself, to itself. Okay. And how it is formed? It is formed by adding self. Okay. By adding self for singular number, or self for plural number to the personal pronoun. Okay. So, n here, n is missing here. So, it is formed. How we can form reflexive pronoun is we have to add self if the pronoun is singular, then we have to use what? Self. And if the pronoun is in plural number, plural form, then we have to use what? Selves. Okay, self and selves, where we have to add this self or selves to the personal pronoun. And what were the personal pronoun? Him, yes or no? Him, he, she, it, I, my, all these were the personal pronoun. You can check into your textbook. Okay, while looking at this video, you can check into your textbook. So, the reflexive pronoun is such a pronoun which is used to reflect or to show the actions done by the subject upon it, and it is formed by adding self for singular number or selves for plural number to the personal pronoun. Let us look at the example. He baked the cake himself. That means he is the subject here. Okay, and he is doing an action. He is the subject here. He is doing an action upon him. That means he is doing the action. What is the action? Baking the cake. Okay, and upon it. How we can know that it is upon it? That means it is clearly shown here that himself. Okay, so by this sentence we can come to know that he is doing an action upon it. So what is the pronoun here which is reflecting the action of baking the cake, which is done by the subject upon himself? Okay, so the reflexive pronoun here is what? Himself. Okay, so himself here is the reflexive pronoun which is used, okay, which is used to show the action of baking the cake done by the subject he to himself. Okay, clear students? Now the next example, I offered to help them myself. That means he is doing an action upon him. Okay, upon him, or you can say upon it. Okay, by himself, by myself. So what is the subject here? This is the subject I. Okay, offering to help someone, this is the action. Okay, and he is doing this action by himself. So I offered to help them myself. So myself here is the reflexive pronoun. This thing is showing the action of offering help to them done by this subject. Okay students, clear? So what is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive pronoun is used to reflect the actions done by the subject upon it. Okay students, so this was for today. We have learned what is pronoun, then the kinds of pronoun, and there are 10 kinds of pronouns. So we have learned today only 3 kinds of pronoun, that is personal pronoun, which is of 3 person, first person, second person, third person. Then possessive pronoun, which shows that it is a sense of belongingness or possession, something belongs to you. And the third one is reflexive pronoun, that is used to reflect the actions done by the subject upon it. Okay students, so this was for today. Thank you so much, and the rest of the kinds will be explained in the later class. Okay, thank you.